I welcome you in today's lectures. Today we are going to discuss the law of chemical equilibrium. This is one of the important concept in the chemistry. This concept depends upon the law of mass action. So please watch previous lecture about the law of mass action. Now let us discuss in detail. Consider a general chemical reaction. A plus B gives rise to C plus D. Okay, here this capital A and capital B represents the reactants, capital C and capital D represents the products. Small a and small b represents the reaction coefficients. Small c and small d, they also represent the reaction coefficient of the product molecules. Now observe this arrow. This arrow is called as the equilibrium arrow. This is the equilibrium arrow. Equilibrium arrow means our reaction is now at a stable point. Okay, it is not moving either in forward direction or in the backward direction. Okay, this above arrow, this is shows the it shows the forward arrow, forward reaction, and this reverse arrow, it shows the backward arrow. Okay, so from left to right, reaction proceeds in a such a way that reactants are converted into the products, and the reverse reaction, backward reaction, here the formed products are converted into the reactant. We can also write this above reaction. Let us say this is reaction number 1. We can write this reaction as small a, capital A, plus small b into capital B. Okay, so in forward arrow, this is the forward reaction. It will form C plus small d into D. Okay, so in this case, these are the reactants and these are the products. Let's say this is reaction number 2, and the backward reaction we can write as small c plus d. Okay, this is the backward reaction. It will form A and B. Here these are the reactant in the backward reaction, and these are the products formed in the backward reaction. So this is the reaction number 3. So what we have done, okay, we have written this reaction in terms of, we have written this reaction separately as a forward reaction and as a backward reaction. Now let us apply the law of mass action to the reaction number 2 and reaction number 3. Okay, so what is the statement of law of mass action? Law of mass action, okay, says that at given temperature the rate of reaction is directly proportional to the molar concentration of the reactant, or product of molar concentration of the reactant raised to a suitable power. So we can write in statement, we can write the mathematical representation. So rate of forward reaction, okay, is directly proportional to the product of molar concentration of the reactant B, and they are raised to suitable power A into A raised to A and B raised to B. Okay, so if we remove this proportionality sign, then our reaction will be equal to small kf into concentration of A raised to A, B raised to B. Okay, here this is the small k. and we can write this as RF. RF means rate of forward reaction. Okay. Let us apply the law of mass action to the backward reaction. Rate of backward reaction is directly proportional to the concentration of reactant C raised to C, reactant D raised to D. Okay, just remove the proportionality sign, then we get the constant sign, and this is the Kb. Okay, Kb stands for the rate constant for backward reaction, C raised to C and D raised to D. Okay, and this we can write as Rb. So let us write where meaning of each term in our reaction. Kf is equal to rate constant of forward reaction, and Kb, small kb, is equal to rate constant of backward or reverse reaction, backward reaction. Now at equilibrium, what happens at equilibrium? So at equilibrium, the rate of forward reaction equals the rate of backward reactions. So at equilibrium, we can write rate of forward reaction this is the Rf becomes equal to rate of backward reaction, and this is the Rb. So therefore we can write small Rf is equal to small Rb. Now let us write the meaning of Rf. What is Rf? Okay, Rf is Kf into product of molar concentration of the reactant. Rb is equal to Kb into product of molar concentration of reactant, where Kf is rate constant for forward reaction and Kb is rate constant for the backward reaction. So let us write is equal to Kf into product of molar concentration of the reactant, which is equal to Kb into product of molar concentration of the reactant. Here also reactants, small d. Okay. Now let us take the common term to one side, Kf and Kb to the left hand side and Ab to the right hand side. Then we get, therefore, Kf upon Kb is equal to, write down the remaining term as it is. It will be A raised to A into B raised to B. So next step will be, therefore, capital K, Kf upon Kc is equal to capital Kc, which is equal to Kf upon Kc, which is equal to C raised to C into D raised to D upon A raised to A into B raised to B. Okay, this Kc is called as chemical equilibrium. Okay, C stands for chemical, capital K stands for the equilibrium, where capital Kc is called as chemical equilibrium, equilibrium constant is called as chemical equilibrium constant, or simply the equilibrium constant. What is equilibrium constant? It is the ratio of forward rate constant to the backward rate constant. Here is kb, I'm sorry for that, kb. Okay, it is the ratio of forward rate constant to the backward rate constant. Now, how to make a statement? Okay, how to make a statement about this? So let me do the square bracket. This is the important part. Okay, so now statement for law of equilibrium. Now the statement of law of chemical equilibrium. So statement says that at given temperature, the ratio of the product of molar concentration of product raised to respective stoichiometric coefficient to the product of molar concentration of the reactant raised to respective stoichiometric coefficients at equilibrium is always constant, and the constant is called as equilibrium constant. Okay, so from this we have designed a definition. So the law of chemical equilibrium states that the product of molar concentration of the products raised to suitable power or stoichiometric coefficient to the product of molar concentration of the reactant raised to a stoichiometric coefficient is always constant, and the constant is called as chemical equilibrium constant. Now, last part of this session is different cases. Case 1, if Kc is equal to 1. Case 2, if equilibrium constant is less than 1. And case 3, if equilibrium constant is greater than 1. Okay, if Kc is equal to 1, then it means that our reaction is in equilibrium. Reaction is in equilibrium condition. If Kc is less than 1, it means that backward reaction is favored. And it is greater than 1, it means that a forward reaction is favored. So what we have seen? We have seen the law of chemical equilibrium. So let us revise. Consider this general reaction small a. Okay, reaction A plus B gives rise to C plus D. Here A and B are the reactant and C and D are the product. So this is the equilibrium reaction. So from left to right it is a forward reaction, and from right to left it is a backward reaction. We have written this reaction individually. So reactant A and B converts into C and D in forward reaction, and in backward reaction the reactant C and D are converted into the product A and B. Okay, let us apply this law of mass action to these two reactions. Then the rate of forward reaction will be Kf into concentration of A into B raised to the stoichiometric coefficient, and rate of backward reaction equal to Kb into concentration of C and D raised to the stoichiometric coefficient. Kf and Kb stands for the rate constant for forward and backward reaction respectively. At equilibrium, okay, these two rates are equal. So Rf is equal to Rb. Let us write the meaning of Rf as per the law of mass action. It is Kf into concentration of A and B raised to the stoichiometric coefficient, which is equal to Kb into C and D raised to the stoichiometric coefficient. Rearrange the equation, then we get this equation. This ratio of Kf upon Kb is nothing but the equilibrium constant capital Kc. C stands for the chemical, which is equal to product of molar concentration of the product raised to stoichiometric coefficient divided by product of molar concentration of reactant raised to the stoichiometric coefficient. This is the statement, and these are the three cases. If Kc is equal to 1, it means that okay, Kf is equal to Kb. Okay, meaning of this, Kf is equal to Kb. If it is less than 1, okay, it means that this Kf is smaller than Kb. Okay, backward rate constant is higher and it is greater than 1. It means that Kf is much higher than Kb. Okay, so thank you for watching this session. If you don't understand any concept, then please watch it again and again. Thank you.